Okay, hello everybody, welcome to We Move. It's a fantastic fitness class. We're going to have loads of fun today. This class is going to be 30 minutes long. We're aiming this at 13 to 15 year olds. Lots of options as well today. So the equipment that you need today. Now, if you have a sofa at home or a chair that's nice and steady, we can be using that as well. We've got a resistance band. It can be a loop band or it can just be a long straight resistance band that we can tie in together as a loop. But at the same time, if girls, if you haven't got a resistance band, that's absolutely fine. The exercises that we show you today, you can do with just your body weight as well. And if you've got a mat or a towel, something that you can just lie on the floor, that will be fantastic as well today. Okay, so the exercises we're going to do today, we're going to do an aerobic warm-up to get our body nice and mobilized, have a lovely stretch out. Again, there are going to be lots of options you can choose when you take your breaks. Just make sure you have a water bottle with you. We're going to need a chair, do some exercises on the chair, and then followed by the resistance training workout onto the floor. And standing as well. And then Kat's going to take you through some Pilates and some core exercises as well. So I'm Jenny, this is Kat. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to just start rolling the shoulders, loosen up. We're going to start marching on the spot. Excellent. That's it, just keeping breathing. Just having a nice march. How are we doing, Kat?
Doing good
today? Excellent. All right, so just going to march. Okay, we're going to march wide. And then we're going to march narrow again. So wide and then narrow again. Just taking it at your own pace. But girls, this is supposed to be fun, so just enjoy it. Good. And that smile on your face as we do it. We hope to be still smiling at the end as well.
Okay. Will be.
Okay, we're going to take it to a box step. So wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Good. Now you can keep it with just your legs, or you can add your arms as well. So reaching and then coming back. Good, well done, Kat. Okay, we're going to do 4 more and then we're going to swap sides. 3, 2, okay, swap sides this side. So we're going to go out, out, in. That coordination.
Getting my coordination
all good
in a
fun.
tangle.
Just enjoy it. Good. Now as we go wide, we're going to squat down a little bit. So we're going to put a little bit more pressure into the legs. Good. 4 more, Kat. Are you ready, girls? 3, 2, and 1. Then march it back up onto the spot. Good. Excellent. Okay, we're going to toe tap in front. Now we're going to bring our arms, and we're going to imagine we're punching in front. Elbows nice and high, and squeezing through your shoulder blades. Ooh, always good to warm the upper body.
Getting moving.
Getting moving. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to punch it up to the sky. And I want you to imagine you're pulling something down from the ceiling. So as we pull, I'm going to show you from behind, you can squeeze your shoulder blades together. So getting the back muscles, shoulders, and everything into the warm-up. Well done, girls. Keep going. Feeling a little bit more puff now. Just feeling that heart rate rise. Okay, march it back up again. Shake everything out. Okay, in that lower body, we're going to go long, then together. Long and straight, and back up. So again, putting a little pressure in the lower leg, and that front leg, and as we drive back up. Good. Now if you don't want to use your arms, hands on your hips. So again, there's always options in this one. Good. Okay, so we're going to go for 10 seconds more. Let's pump up that pace a little bit. Get that heart rate rising. Good. So again, in your own pace, in your own time. Keep going, girls. Well done. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Well done, Kat. 2. Last one.
Well done.
Well done. So we should be mobilized, nice and warm. Feel a little bit out of breath. All right, grab a drink if you need, and then we're going to stretch this out.
That's got me warmed up now.
I'm now warm.
Are we ready?
Okay, so a little roll of the shoulders. Take the hands in front, take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we push. Allow the chin go to the chest. Love the upper back and neck and shoulder stretch. Well done. We're going to take the hands behind onto the bottom of your back. Just squeeze your shoulder blades together. So now we're stretching through the chest as well. Lovely. That calf stretch. Feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to step one leg back. So our back heel is pressing towards the floor. One arm comes across. And imagine you're giving each other a little hug to that arm. Fantastic. Other side. Long step stretch. Other side. Just pull towards you. Doing, girls. Well done, girls. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to take a quad stretch. So, option. One leg up. You feel free to hold onto a wall or anything if you need. And keep a nice strong core to help with your balance. Oops. And you're always going to lean then. Almost there. We're going to switch sides. Other side. Good. Now, sometimes find to help with your balance, if you push your foot into your hand, I always find that helps to stable me a little bit more. Well done. We're going to take a hamstring stretch. So we're going to bend from the hips, hands down towards the toes or wherever you feel you can get. Now, it might be here, it might be here. Just hold that stretch. Allow everything just to dangle down. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, see if you can reach a little further towards the floor. One more time, take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Well done. Now bend your knees and slowly curl the body up. Great work. Well done. So we're all stretched out, we're all mobilized, body nice and warm. Grab that drink if you need. We're going to move on to the next part of the workout. Okay, so for this part, now Kat is using a step. I'm going to be using a chair. You might have a sofa or something that you can use at home. You can obviously just use the floor if you prefer. Now the first one is a sit to stand. So bring your feet quite close to where you're sitting. Make sure you are going to sit on it. Okay, so the back is nice and straight, the tummy is nice and tight. We're going to squat down, sit down, and then use the muscles in our legs to stand back up again. Good. So again, sit down, lift the chest, and push through the heels back up again. Good. Now I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to breathe out. Now if you want to go harder than this, I'm not going to quite touch the seat. I'm going to put the weight in my legs and then drive back up again into my heels. Good. Excellent.
But you've got the confidence of having the chair behind you, not fall over backwards.
Exactly, it's always helpful.
The weight's always in those heels. Helps you get that good position.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to do 5 more. Are we ready? Down, back up. So into that squat, so the hips go back. Keep going, girls. 2 to go. Well done, last one. And great, good job. Shake those legs down. You might want that little quad stretch again. You might not. All right, so our next one is mountain climbers. A great cardio exercise. Great for getting the heart and the lungs beating well. Okay, now, Kat's on the step. She's going to use the step for this one. Again, if you haven't got a step, you can use the floor as well.
I'm going to make sure whatever you are using isn't going to move then.
Oh yes, good point, Kat, good point. Don't want it to wobble. Okay, so we're going to pace. Stand facing the object that you're doing. Pull in your core. Make sure there's enough space around you. We're going to place our hands onto there. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Now we're going to swap. Switch, switch, switch. Good. Try to keep the body a little bit still if you can. Now if this is too much, girls, you can take this slower. Step and step back all the way through. Long straight arms, bracing the core. Good. Kat, I'm going to go for it for 10 seconds. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Girls, are you ready? Okay, 10 seconds, let's go. Here we go. That's 9, 8, 7, 6. Drive the knees up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And breathe.
Good going.
Oof, a little bit redder now. A little bit warmer. So allow that heart rate to come back down. Okay, our next exercise, tricep dips. So triceps are the muscles in the back of our arms. So again, we're going to sit on whatever you're using. Now, fingertips to the front, Oh, I've only just done this.
Yeah, we just fit.
Only just fit. Okay, so we're going to bring the body as close to the bench or the sofa that you've got. Weight into the arms. We're going to bend your elbows and with the palms of your hands, push back up again. So as you can see, Kat's body's nice and long and straight. Good. Down and push up. Now guys,
I feel it in my arms.
in the arms. Now, if this is too much, I'm going to show you another option on the floor. So, fingertips facing forwards, lifting the chest. We're going to allow bending the elbows, and we're going to push straight back up again. So not quite as hard as lifting the whole of the body weight. Because these muscles are only small. You don't often get a lot of work. So it always feels a bit hard to start with. I can still definitely feel that, can you?
Definitely.
Yeah. Good, so again, take your break when you need, girls. Well done. Okay, last one. Great work, fantastic. Now a great stretch for this one is take your arm above your head, place it down, either push or pull, wherever feels comfortable. Always nice to have a stretch out after using the muscles that you've just worked. Good. Oh, my favourite's next.
Your favourite, which one's your favourite?
Burpees!
Burpees. Everybody's favourite. But don't panic, there's various options.
There are options. There are
And
options.
working on the chair actually makes it easier than working on the floor.
It does. Good luck. You'll be fine. Okay, girls. So there are different options for this one. We're going to show you the higher impact option to start with, and then we're going to take it down so there's a lighter option as well. Okay, so we're going to stand facing what you're using, hands on, bring your feet close to it. Okay, we're going to jump back, jump forwards, and then jump up. Okay, should we do that again, Kat?
Yeah.
Okay, girls, ready? Hands on the floor, on the back, step back, jump forwards, jump up. Now, if you want to make this easier, a little bit harder, hands on to what you're using. Kat, we're going to step back, long and straight, step back in, and then step up tall. All right? So there's lots of options for this one. But keep going your options, Kat.
If you want to make it harder, you can always go on the floor.
You can. Shall I show? All right. So if you're onto the floor and you have no equipment, are you ready? Hands on the floor. Jump back, jump in, jump up, and again, out, in, jump up. But again, the same option. Floor, out, out, into plank, in, up,
You go.
stand up. All right. Should we do 10? No, maybe not. Not 10. Let's do 10 seconds. That sounds
Okay,
better, doesn't
that
it?
sounds better.
But girls,
Are we
do as
ready?
many as you feel you can.
In whichever option, you can always mix and match between the
Yeah.
options as well.
Definitely.
Are we ready?
Steady. Go. Here we go.
Jump it out, jump it in, jump it up.
Let's do it. Good. Keep going, girls. You've got 5 more. 5 seconds. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Woo. Nice and warm.
Well done. That's got me warmed up.
Good job. Okay.
Next one's nice and
Next
slow.
one. Okay. So the next one, we're on to a hip bridge. Okay, so for this one, we're going to take ourselves down onto the floor. Again, you need to make sure that you have some space around you. All right, now, we're going to lie
I'm
down.
going to do this one on the floor.
That's a good idea.
Give us a bit of room.
All right, so we're going to put our heels and our toes on to whatever we're using. So we're going to squeeze the muscles in our glutes. The glutes are our bum muscles. So squeeze, and then we're going to lift high, and then come back down again, and then relax your muscles. Okay, so a squeeze and a lift, trying to keep your hips level, come back down, and then relax. Good. Squeeze,
Trying
lift.
to keep control through our knees as well, aren't we? So they're not
Yeah.
moving about.
And this one's quite hard. Hard to keep that control. I think a lot of times when we do exercises, we want to go fast. But fast is not always essential. This one, it's more about control, squeeze and lift. And another one to keep remembering to breathe. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. And I can feel this on my hamstrings as well. How about you, Kat?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, good. Hamstrings
Everything
and
else.
glutes. Okay, last one, girls. Keep going. Let's see if we can lift. Good. And then relax. Well done. You might just want to have a little hamstring stretch just to loosen off the leg muscles that you've just worked. Fantastic. And I give an option on this one. If you're feeling strong and you want to take it up another level, hands beside you, we can do a one-legged hip bridge. So, one leg on the bench or on the step, one leg in the air. We're going to lift up with one side, trying to keep those hips level, come back down. We switch. One leg, lift up, hold for a few seconds, and down. Now you'll see Kat's got her legs straight. So you can make it harder by keeping the legs straight, or you can come with me and have your leg bent. So there's lots of options on this one. Okay, last one each side. So lift up. Don't forget to breathe, girls. Well done, last one now. Breathe up and breathe out. Well done. Just hug your knees into your chest, loosen up, and slowly bring yourself up again.
That was good then.
That was good, wasn't it? Enjoyed that. Okay, resistance bands. Okay, so girls, if you have a resistance band, now we're going to use it. But like I said in the beginning, if you don't have a resistance band, we can do all these exercises just using your body weight. Okay, so we're going to stand up. Now, we've got a loop band. If you haven't got a loop band, you can have that long straight band and you can just tie it around your legs. When we put resistance bands on, we never put them on the joint. We only put them above or below the joint. So we're going to step into this Cat. Good. And we're going to place it so it's just above our knees, but not completely on our knees. Perfect. Okay, we're going to stand feet shoulder width apart. We're going to lift up the chest and brace our core. So we're going to squat. Now, as we squat down, like we did with the chair, we're going to push our knees out. So that's going to increase the resistance band, and then we're going to stand back up again. So this just makes a squat a little bit harder. Helps to work through our leg muscles, through our glutes, through our hamstrings. Good. And again, this is all about slow and controlled, isn't it, Kat?
Yeah,
nice
slow
and steady. And steady and controlled. Good. So again, now when we squat down, see if you can just look down at your knees. Make sure your knees aren't pushing forwards over your toes. We're thinking about the hips going back. Good. Okay, we've got 4 more. Let's breathe. Keep going, girls. 3, doing well. 2, last one. Nice and steady. Fantastic,
Okay.
Well done. Okay, now for the next one, girls, we need to make sure we've got a bit of space forwards and a bit of a space side to side. Okay, so we've got a crab walk. Now crabs, as we know, walk sideways. We're gonna encourage to go sideways and we're gonna go front and back. So we're basically working all sides of our legs. Okay, so again, bands in the same position. And again, if you haven't got a resistance band, just come with us and do exactly the same, but no resistance band. So we're gonna squat down. Now from that point, we're gonna hold it there. We're lifting from our chest. Now, Kat, shall I shuffle this way? And we're gonna go this way and that way. Okay, so we're gonna go out to the side, back in. Out to the side, back in, then 2 steps this way. Good. Now, as we do this, girls, we're thinking about pushing the knees out. So push the knees out. We're in the praying position. I don't know why we do this, but we do.
You ended up looking like a crab. That's why it's called a crab walk.
Crab walk. Good. Now, the lower you go, the more pressure you're going to get through the glutes. A great exercise. But again, slow and controlled. Okay, girls, one more time. So all the way there. Good. And then back. Well done. Okay, well done, and stand back up again. You might just want to bring your legs back to life again. Okay, so this time we're going to do the same thing again. Working returning through the fronts and the backs of our legs. We're walking 4 steps forward, 4 steps backwards. I'm going to come back with you, Kat. Okay, so brace your core, squat down. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 back. But we're trying to maintain that squat position. So
we're not bobbing up and down.
Yeah, which is harder than it looks. Good. So forwards, take your time. Now, if you've got a really thick material band, like with the material ones, you might not be able to go as fast as this. Yeah?
All depends on the resistance that you've got.
Completely. But again, have a break whenever you need. We're going to do one more time. Good. And then back. And slowly stand. Ooh, good job. Did that through the boots. Fantastic. Okay. Right, so the next ones. We're going to be kneeling on the floor. Now, for this one is called the fire hydrant. All right. So I'm going to show you from the front, and I'm going to get Kat to turn you from this side. So you want to make sure that your hands are equal distance apart, just underneath the shoulders. The idea is to keep the weight in between both hands. Again, nice tight core. Now we're going to lift one knee out to the side, trying to keep your hips still, and then slowly back down again. Other side. We're going to lift and then back down again. Now it's very easy on this one. As we lift the leg, you watch my hip, to want to lean. We're trying to isolate these muscles here. So to keep everything as still as you possibly can, I find pushing your hands into the floor will help. So if you watch what Kat's doing, the hips are staying nice and level, nice and still. Good. Now you might have one leg that's slightly stronger than the other side. So just be aware, just take it to your level. The range of this one is quite small. Good. So Kat, we're going to do two more. One more each side. Girls, one more each side, that's it. And stop, fantastic, well done. And just release it off. Good job, good. Well done. Okay, my last exercise before I pass on to Kat is the donkey kick. So again, I'm going to be forwards and I'm going to be Kat to the side, so you'll see what she is doing. Same setup as the fire hydrant. Now you can be here or you can be on your elbows. All right. The idea, again, keeping the weight equal between the hands. One leg off the floor. Now we're going to push the heel up towards the ceiling as if you're making a stamp. Then slowly come back down. Now same leg this time. We're going to do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other. So heel up to the floor and keeping those hips as still as you can. Good. So your cat's control is nice and steady, nice and controlled. I sometimes like to count maybe 2 counts up, so up and 2 and hold, and then down and 2 and hold. Good. How's that feel, Kat?
Feeling good.
Feeling good. So we'll feel
that.
that.
Legs tired.
Yeah, it's actually quite hard. It's a good one. But again, in a way, it's a full body exercise because we're trying to keep everything as stable as possibly we can. Good. Fantastic. Okay, Kat, we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to switch legs. Fantastic. Good. And again, have a break whenever you need, girls. If you need to have a stretch out in between, and a little stretch of your wrists as well, because you can get a little bit tight on the wrists. Okay, should we do
the other side?
Do the other side? All right, so I'm going to come with you this time. Okay, girls, so the opposite side now. Nice and controlled. Think 1, 2, hold, and 1, 2, and hold. Good. Now I find it to relax your neck as well. If you keep your neck or your head facing down towards the floor. Good. So we're going to, again, we add that breathing. Breathe out as you kick up. Breathe in as you come back down again. Nice and controlled. Good. So normally we do about 10 each side. Kat, we're going to do one more. Okay, girls, last one, girls. Up and hold. And then back down again. Well done. And just give those wrists a little stretch. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to pass you on to Kat, and she's going to take you through some Pilates and some stretch.
We can untangle ourselves from our fitness stand. We don't need those. We're going to bring it over onto the floor. So if you've got a mat, grab that mat. If not, you can stay on the floor, Jenny.
I'm just going to go with it.
So what we're going to work with, we're going to work with our thread and needle to begin with. So we're staying on our hands and knees for now. So we're thinking about hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, nice and strong through that body again. We're going to think about threading the needle. So we're going to take one hand, we're going to thread it through the gap between the arm and the leg. So we reach through, that ear lowers towards the floor, and then we come back up to the top. We're going to open all the way up towards the ceiling. Trying to keep that eyes on that hand as we move. We're going to reach through again. So we're going to go in about 8 to 10 on this side, reaching through, opening up. Just work your range, your pace. Don't worry if you forgot to count, just work roughly. I always forget to count.
I always forget to count.
Really good. We're going to go 2 more on this side, then we'll swap it over. Just getting those shoulders moving. Last time to the top. Then we're swapping sides, so bring that hand down, have a little shake out if you need to. So you take it to the other side. So again, reaching that hand in the gap between the arm and the leg. Reach through, ear lowers towards the floor, opens up to the ceiling. Just take it nice and steady. Don't worry if you can't get the range me and Jenny get. Just work the range that works for you. Try to keep your eyes on the hand as we go.
Don't forget to breathe as well. The breathing
Breathing
is
always
really,
comes in
really
handy.
important. And especially when you've got lots of things to concentrate, it's very easy to forget to breathe.
Suddenly find you're holding your breath.
Yeah.
Really good. We'll just go one last time. Really good. Then from there, we're going to take it to our cat-cow.
My favourites.
So, staying on those hands and knees, but have a little shake out if you need to. Oh, you're going sideways for me, perfect. So from there, all we're going to think about is tucking our head underneath, tucking our bottom underneath, arch up towards the ceiling like scared cats, and then we sink back through. So we sink that tummy down towards the floor. So we're tucking in, arching up towards the ceiling, and then sinking back through. Really good. We're going to go through a couple more times. Breathing with that movement as well. Remember, we're doing good. Keep it going. Last one. Relax it there. So from there, we are going to go into our Superman. So we're doing lots of hands and kneesy stuff. So if you need to, have a moment, give it a shake out, give those shoulders a little roll. We're going to work our Superman. I'm going to come slightly on an angle so you can see what's going on. And we're going to go, again, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Nice and strong through that body so we're not sinking in the middle like we were in our cat-cow. Keep it nice and strong. We're going to start with our leg. As we lengthen one leg out behind, if you need to, keep that toe on the floor. If you're comfortable with it, go all the way out straight level with the rest of the body. And then we swap sides. Try not to wiggle your bottom about them as you go. Alternating sides. Just working one way and then the other. Strong in our shoulders, strong through the rest of the body so we don't wobble side to side. We're going to add some arms into it if we're feeling coordinated and comfortable. Opposite arm to opposite leg. It's not a good idea to try and do the same thing. That's not going to work.
That's a new exercise, Kat.
So opposite arm to opposite leg, lengthening it out. If you're struggling, keep your fingers and toes on the floor. So it's the same move, just a little bit lower if you need it. If you need to, you can go just arms or just legs. So you've got various different options depending on where you're at. Listen to your body, work the options that work for you. Nice and steady, whichever option we take. We'll go one more on each side and then we're going to take it up to our feet.
Excellent.
Really good. So bringing it back to the centre there. We'll work our way up to our feet. So taking it nice and slow and steady as we bring it up to the top. Nice and gently, all the way up to our feet. Giving it a little roll out, give it a little shake out. And from the top, we're going to work into a little bit of a roll down. So you're going to be stood nice and tall. I'll turn sideways on so you can see what's going on. Standing tall, knees are soft, not locked out backwards. And what we're going to think about from here is our chin sinking towards our chest. And then we roll down one vertebrae at a time. Just slowly, gently rolling down towards the ground, as low as you're comfortable going. And then restacking it back to the top. So our head's the first thing to go down, the last thing to come back up. Try and relax through the shoulders and neck as we go. We'll go through it a few more times. So head down, roll it down, nice and slow, nice and steady. As low as you're comfortable going, wherever that is, that's fine. Try and release the shoulders and neck at the bottom. Let it dangle, and then restack back up to the top. So all the way through, our knees are soft, not locked out back, because we just take it one vertebrae at a time as we roll it down. We'll go 2 more times through at your own pace, your own range, wherever we get to, that's fine. Nice and slowly, nice and steady. Final time down to the bottom. So our head goes down for that final one, roll it down. Release it, relax the shoulders and the neck, let them dangle. And then restack it slowly, one vertebrae at a time. This time when we get to the top, our head comes up. Our arms are going to follow through. We're going to take it all the way up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Through to our tiptoes if you can manage it. Push it up, try and reach the ceiling. And then release it there, release those arms. Give it all a little roll out. We'll take our hands behind our back. We'll have a little shoulder stretch. So this time around, we're going to interlock our fingers together. Look down towards the floor as we just gently press those hands away from our body. Feeling that stretch through the chest and shoulders. Nice little stretch out. Really good. Keeping breathing, of course, whilst we're stretching. Then we bring the hands round in front of us. One hand sits on top of the other. And we're just going to press those arms away, looking down through the gap. Feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulders. Breathing whilst we're stretching. Give it a roll out. Well done. So we'll have a little stretch in our legs and then we'll be almost done.
Fantastic.
Doing good. So a little stretch into our hamstrings. We're going to step 1 foot forward. Heel to the floor, toes in the air. Our hands are going to come onto our back leg. As we bend that back leg, curl those toes towards your face, sitting back and down into it. Feeling that stretch right in here, the back of that straight leg. Hold it for a few more seconds.
Feel that stretch.
And then up we come, we'll swap sides. So the other foot comes forwards this time. Again, heel to the floor, toes in the air. Sit back and down into it. Feel that stretch in the back of that leg. Really good. Bringing it up to the top. Give those legs a little shake out. So from there, what we'll do, we'll have a little stretch into our sides.
Okay.
So we'll go hands down by our sides. And all we're going to start off with is with our head to begin with. We're going to take that head from side to side. Just as if you're trying to tip water out your ears. Just taking it side to side. Then we're going to extend it from there so our head comes over. We slide down towards one side. As low as you're comfortable going. And draw back to the top. Over the other way. So head goes first, body follows. We slide side to side. Work through at your pace, your range. Try not to go forwards or backwards. We're just going side to side. Last pair. Last one.
This is a nice one, Kat. I like this one.
See, finishing off nicely. Then just roll out through those shoulders, roll out through those feet and ankles. We've done good today, well done. And if you want to come down to the centre, there's always lots happening down at the centre. Swimming, tennis, classes, a bit of everything.
Everything.
And we'll hope to see you soon.
Okay. Oh, and don't forget, Kat. Again, girls, there's sanitary products as well that we're having in, at the centre as well. So feel free to come and take some if you need them. Also, just to remind you as well that they also are available in the male toilets as well. So if your dad or your brother wants to come in and pick some up if you're running low, that's actually available as well. So we'll hope to see you soon. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.